Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Epic Speed Driver from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Whiteley and welcome into Golf Central on YouTube. The R&A and the USGA announced on Tuesday that they're proposing to adopt a model local rule that would provide flexibility for committees, if they choose, to limit the maximum length for clubs other than putters from 48 to 46 inches. On Wednesday, the pros weighed in and not all of them were happy.
When it comes to the equipment aspect of it, they're trying to make it more of a, I guess you could say, same or fair playing field, where you can't just put a 48-inch driver and it works for this person. You can gain 6-7 miles an hour where somebody couldn't because the driver just doesn't work for them or whatever. And so I think the most important factor in this whole discussion is that they are focused on keeping the integrity of the game and trying to make it more of a fair playing field while not taking out the human element. And from my perspective, I think it suits me really well because as of right now, I'm still playing the 45 and a half inch driver, and it's suiting me perfectly well, and I'm not going to the 48. And so if somebody was to try and go to the 48 and it worked for them, they could gain 6-7 miles an hour on me pretty quickly. So now that's not a possibility, and I think it's going to be more difficult for people to gain speed easily. They're going to have to work really hard, just like I have. And so for me right now, I feel like it's a pretty good advantage from the way I look at it.
If you look at the scores over the last 15 years, our scores aren't any different. So and I don't feel like the game is too easy by any means. I think conditions are a big factor in scores. I mean, if you're playing a golf course that's soft and really good greens, I mean, we're going to shoot low. But, you take that same golf course and make it firm and fast with a little bit of rough, and the scores are going to change dramatically. It's just, it's all conditions, I think, and it's, like I said, but I don't think we're hitting it too far, and I don't think that our scores are too good. I mean, it's, so if they want to do something, that's fine. But, obviously we'll all adjust to it and then, go from there. But as of right now, I don't think there's anything they need to do.
Well, I think the authorities, or the R&A and the USGA, are looking at the game of golf through such a tiny little lens that, what they're trying to do is change something that pertains to 0.1% of the golfing community. 99.9% of people that play this game play it for enjoyment. They play it for entertainment. They don't need to be told what ball to use or clubs to use. I mean, we have to make the game as easy and as approachable as possible for the majority of golfers. So I think this Distance Insights report it's been a huge waste of time and a huge waste of money, because that money that it's cost to do this report could have been way better distributed to getting people into the game, introducing younger kids to the game, introducing minorities to the game. I heard Mike Davis say something about, we're trying to protect the game for the next 100 years. This isn't how you do it. This is not by doing this. It's so small and so inconsequential compared to the other things that are happening in the game. It's the grassroots. It's getting more people engaged in golf. That's where they should be spending their money, not spending it on the Distance Insights report.
Some strong words from Rory there, but there was more from him today as he also set the record straight about what happened to his embedded ball on the 18th hole on Saturday at Torrey Pines. The ball did in fact become embedded in the rough, but not from natural causes. Todd Lewis caught up with Rory on Wednesday.
I sort of got dragged into it on Saturday night. A couple of tweets were put out there by some people, and yeah, I didn't know this at the time, but obviously I was showing the video of my shot on 18 after I played on Sunday. The ball obviously bounced before it went into the rough, but I took relief because my ball was plugged. But I went to bed on Sunday night sort of a little uneasy with it all, because I never want to try to do that. I never want to have that reputation. And I'm sure there was some people out there that thought, well, how can a ball be plugged and you take relief when it's bounced? And I thought at that point, well, it must have just landed in its own pitch mark because there's no other explanation. And the tour got an email on Monday from the volunteer that found my ball, basically apologizing, saying, I'm so sorry, Rory's been dragged into this. I found his ball on Saturday and I stepped on it to find it. And he didn't tell me at the time. So that's sort of where it sort of came full circle. And so the ball was obviously, he stepped on it to find the ball, was embedded, it was soft, but that's how it became embedded, which I didn't know at the time. So it's sort of hard because I felt I sort of got a free pass on it compared to Patrick in a way, and I think I got a free pass because of I sort of felt I got a free pass because of my reputation rather than my actions. But I'm glad now that my actions were what were the right thing to do as well, because I went to bed on Sunday sort of questioning myself and whether I'd done the right thing. And then I wake up and hear that an email's been sent to the tour on Monday, and just a sort of a weird series of events.
Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Epic Speed Driver from Callaway.